Another day, another dessert for the Flahertys. This family business in Ireland's County Meath is only 5 years old, but what's for pudding is already a runaway success. Their secret sauce, everything's made in small batches, and every ingredient is local.
We're working with Irish cream, Irish butter, and we source everything as locally as we possibly can. Our eggs come from a free-range farm. Our flour is Irish.
60,000 homemade desserts a year and growing, and a snapshot of what the Taste the Island Festival is all about. 3 months spotlighting the renaissance in Irish cuisine, traditional and new at once, and with a laser-sharp focus on what's available here and now.
We have the best of dairy products. We use the best of them in our puddings. Like, we're very proud of that. We've always said we won't compromise. We will never compromise. If it's not worth making well, it's not worth making at all.
And the proof, as they say, the mouth-watering proof, is in the pudding. In neighboring County Louth, the East Coast Cookery School welcomes international travelers who come here to learn about Irish food, hands-on, traditional recipes, and contemporary styles.
There's so many different sort of more modern ways of doing things nowadays. Fantastic sauces, beautiful breads, like flavoured with our seaweed that has been harvested on the beach. Things like that have been really nice for the food scene because they've made it so much more interesting to the palate.
My lesson, Irish staples like colcannon, local potatoes, local cabbage, local onions. Local fish is on the menu often here as well.
We get fantastic prawns, crab, lobster, John Dory, hake, cod, like so much. And I would do at least 2 or 3 fish dishes in nearly every class. To have it so freshly available, we are really lucky.
Indeed, the Irish Sea is a treasure trove. What is bountiful here is what the locals eat. And for Ireland's thriving restaurant industry, it's one of the pillars drawing hungry consumers who want to quite literally taste this island.
The Taste the Island initiative is something that the Restaurants Association has really embraced. Consumers are focusing even more now, I suppose, on sustainability. They want to know exactly where their food is coming from. One thing that we can guarantee here is that they're getting quality from our region. There's a real revolution at the minute in terms of Irish cuisine and what we have to offer.
That's true island-wide, of course, like in Galway, on Ireland's western coast, along what's known as the Wild Atlantic Way, where Galway Bay Boat Tours, another family-owned enterprise, hosts lobster safaris, where the oysters are as legendary as they are delicious, and where Chef J.P. McMahon's Anear, the tasting menu changes daily here, is one of Ireland's now 18 Michelin-starred eateries. In County Wicklow, in what's known as Ireland's ancient East, there's Ballynoken, part B&B, part cooking school, where celeb chef Catherine Fulvio turns bounty from the garden into lessons in the kitchen, and Macreddin Village, where a decades-long emphasis on local has built a gastronomic mecca.
People go out for dinner now. They demand the food story. They don't want to be conned with that. It's not a matter of quantity, it's a matter of quality. And that food story is so important for any guest nowadays.
There's even a full-time forager on staff here who sources wild foods from the surrounding forests every day. If an Irish culinary revival is happening in the kitchen, well, then it's taking place in the distillery too, as historic landmarks like Slane Castle in County Meath are becoming epicenters for making whiskey with a modern spin. In the shadows of storied Slane Castle, 18th century farmhouses have become a state-of-the-art distillery. Barley grown on site and water from the river that flows through this 1,500-acre estate are key ingredients in a whiskey blend that's already become a global bestseller. And that's helping to make this entire region, the Boyne Valley, a foodie destination.
We've got a great goat's cheese producer, organic meat, fresh vegetables. We've got a mustard maker, a cider producer. And all of that is just around Slane Village. So the distillery for me has emerged, I guess, as hopefully a keystone attraction that will help to support other tourism initiatives as well.
Powers Court, a renowned 5-star resort just about 20 miles south of Dublin, is pushing a fresh take on whiskey as well, with a new immersive visitor center, food pairings and guided tastings, and a new state-of-the-art facility for its Faircullen label.
It actually offers something for all levels of whisky enthusiasts, from the whisky novice up to the discerning, more experienced single malt drinker. I think that people are very culturally curious in terms of knowing where the product is coming from, really understanding the heritage and the provenance and the people behind it.
Ireland is home to 24 whiskey distilleries now, up from 4 a decade ago. Another Taste the Island success story and another sign that here, what's tried and true, is now also new. With videographer Paul Daniel, I'm Gabe Saglie for Travelzoo.